Hello and welcome back. I'm Kristen, creatrix of the Sex Love Revolution, and today I want to talk to you about a subject that is pretty big. It's big because of its subject matter, but it's also really big because of the emotional weight that it carries. And this is about how to feel confident, naked in the bedroom. And this is something a lot of women share with me, is their insecurity in their bodies and how it can really take them out of their experience and take them away from feeling really confident in the bedroom. And so I'm going to break this down in a few videos and share with you some of what I feel like are my laser tools in starting to really love and accept your body and its glorious naked form. So let's get started. So today we're going to talk about how to make friends with the haters in your head. Now, it's really easy to sort of fall prey to the voices in your head. You know the ones I'm talking about, right? That voice that's in the background, talking about your body, talking about how it looks this way or it doesn't look that way, how it doesn't compare to this, how you're not living up to these crazy standards that society has placed on us for how a body should even look. And, just really helping you fall down into a negative spiral about how you feel about your body. So these voices, we often want to ignore or shove away. And I feel like, there's a lot of good that has come from the self-affirmation movement. God bless you, Louise Hay. I think it has a really wonderful place in our lives, affirmations that is. But I think we're missing a piece, and that is to really accept the hater in our head, accept that voice, and then we can smother on the self-affirmations. You know what I'm talking about when I say self-affirmations, right? It's that mirror work. When we look in the mirror and we say, Kristen, I love you. Kristen, you're so beautiful. Kristen, I love your tummy. I love your booty. It's so bootylicious. That's really wonderful, right? But until we start to accept the part of us that's in direct resistance to accepting ourselves, then we're kind of still disassociating. Does that still make sense? So if we're constantly shoving that voice away, we're shoving a part of ourselves. That voice is a part of us, whether we like it or not. And so we become like disassociated, discombobulated still. We don't feel whole. And what we want to feel is whole ultimately, right? That's the goal, is to feel really good in our wholeness. So how do we love the hater in our head? Well, it's about, accepting it, which can take some work, especially when our voice in our head is a real asshole. And but once you start to accept this voice in your head, you start to slowly take the power away from it. So it starts to lessen its grip on you. Now, okay, how do we love the voice in our head? Let me get back to that. Well, we can start to get curious about it. So every time that voice pops up, starting to recognize it, and also that it's not necessarily who you are, even though it is a part of you. You don't have to believe it, right? So when this voice creeps up, who are you? Does this voice have a form? Does this voice have a shape? Does this voice remind you of anyone? Have you heard this voice before in any areas of your life? Is this voice gendered? Does this voice have a name? Getting really curious about it, asking some questions. And if this voice doesn't have a name, it might be a good time to give it a name too. So when it creeps up, you can be like, oh, hey, it's asshole Angie coming in to give me some great advice on how she thinks my stomach isn't flat enough. And once you start to tune into this part of yourself and start to recognize it every time you hear this voice, you can start to update the narrative that you're telling yourself. So when asshole Angie creeps in your ear, you can say, thank you for sharing with me how you feel I'm not living up to your standards. But actually, my belief about my body is this. And that's another tool that you can do. You can get out your journal. And I want you to take your power back around your body. I want you to write down, I, insert your name. I'm a powerful, loving, sexy, smart, whatever you want to fill in the blank there, woman or whatever you identify as. And I have a round tummy, and I have saggy breasts, and I have cellulite, and I'm apple-shaped or pear-shaped or whatever shape you are. You're not food, by the way. You're more than that. But you know what I mean, right? Claim that back for yourself. Claim those parts of your body. You are strong, powerful, capable, sexy, sensual, all the above. And you might have a body that doesn't resemble one small piece of the spectrum that we're sort of fed to regularly through the media. So updating your narrative with yourself is super, super huge. And when you hear the voice in your head, when you hear asshole Angie pipe up, you just have to accept her, bring her into your heart. She's probably gotten to who she is, or she's become who she is through some sort of messaging, through some sort of belief that you've been fed throughout your life. Maybe it was by your caregivers, maybe it was by your friends, maybe it was what you consumed through TV and magazines. But she's there and she's serving a purpose for a reason. So trying to accept that she is a part of you, and then offering her another way to view the world, another lens to see the world through. And so I'd like to think of it as having like a round table in the center of your heart, like a King Arthur, Knights of, is it Templar? I'm not sure. You know, that kind of table sitting in your heart. And she's sitting around, or whoever, sorry, doesn't have to be asshole Angie, obviously. But all your advisors are in there, the ones you like and the ones you hate, and they all have a voice at your table. They're all given a seat. And so, you know, let them pull up a chair and let them have their turn. And then you get to have a say. So just to recap, you want to start to make friends with the haters in your head, so that when you do your mirror work or your affirmation work, and you're saying things to yourself like, Kristen, I think you're so beautiful, or Kristen, I think you have a beautiful flat stomach, or Kristen, I love and accept you just as you are, and you've got asshole Angie piping in the back saying, no you don't, no you don't, that you can actually differentiate and start to lessen the grip that the voice of resistance has on you, and sort of give that voice an updated narrative. So when you're looking at yourself, you can say, thank you, asshole Angie, for your opinion, but this is actually how I feel about my body. And that way, the voice that you have will subtly lose their grip, and you can step into more of your own belief about who you are and how you're showing up in this world. And you're going to do that also by taking back the power of the parts of your body that have been taken from you and sexualized and made to be something that they're not. So you're coming back into the reality of who you are and how you show up in this world by taking claim over the parts of you that you feel like make you small, by saying like, I'm amazing and I have a round tummy. I'm fucking so smart and I have saggy breasts. I am a wild sex goddess in the bedroom, and I have many orgasms, and I know how to get my partner off with my mouth or whatever else it is, and I have cellulite, bitches. So there you have it. This is just one part of a series that I am going to be sharing with you. So stay tuned, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.